My name's Robbie. This is Corell, my wife, and this is for Michael Fuller. We've been working with Michael now for a year, which is much less time than I anticipated. Um, we had a problem with my dad's trust. My sister was mismanaging and being a bad trustee. So it took us a little while to actually be able to get into the situation. We talked with some attorneys a few years back. They wanted a monstrous amount of money to even, start. So, and of course, then, making a living day to day requires a certain effort too. So, about a year ago, um, it got to the point where we needed to do something
Right away.
positive. Okay, and my brother was getting involved at that time also. So Michael Fuller was referred to us, and we also had a couple of other attorneys that were on the list, and they pretty much shined us on as far as it goes. But Michael, ironically, was the first guy that we talked to, and I knew right then he was the guy. He was enthusiastic about the case. He agreed to take it, even though we had very little money to work with up front. So, yeah, I was pretty impressed by that whole thing. And we went ahead and saw the other attorneys, but I had already pretty much made up my mind when I left his office. So, as I said, it's only been a year, and he got everything taken care of. He did a lot of letter writing back and forth. We went into court last winter at about this time, and then we came out. We had my sister was very stubborn, and finally we ended up hammering out a settlement, which uh, it was not quite what we would have gotten if I'd gone all the way to court, but considering the fact that it was all done in 2 weeks, that's a pretty good plus. And so, yeah, I think everybody came out pretty good on that one. My brother, myself, um, and of course Michael too. But that's about it.
I found the most thing refreshing about this whole thing was the fact that when Michael was approached, um, it wasn't only about dollars. He cared about what we needed and what we needed from the case. In approaching that, we had to sue his sister, which was hard as it was. And so just seeing the whole family matter, being able to look at all the dynamics of the family and work through it, getting the case done in such a concise manner. He always answered phone calls. He responded to emails. He kept, me even as a side party because I'm his wife, but truly it was, a case of brother and sister. Michael still kept me in the loop, which I also was very happy with because it was a family thing, and he kept it that way and took the case. I think, if I had to tell somebody that was having a problem with a trust matter or a probate matter, to go and see Michael, just as he was referred to me by a person that knows about trust. He knows what he's doing, and that helps because this is a very convoluted area of law. It can be, especially when you're dealing with families.
Yes, I would definitely recommend Michael to somebody else. Like my wife says, if it's anything to do with the probate, and he's a good attorney, and I can't really fault him in any way. He's worth looking up. Yes.
Definitely worth looking into, and don't be shy away from the fact that you don't have a whole bunch of money. If you feel that you have a legitimate case that you just need somebody to hear you, you know, that it's worth looking into. Don't let everybody else just tell you no, 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 and let it go. Go ahead and look into it. Take that final that final jump. You might be surprised. We were, and that was great.